Welcome back. That's very loud. Bring that down. Hopefully we're not lagging. This is just the second part of the video I previously recorded. That's still very loud. Bring it down about there, I reckon. That seems about right. Yeah, it's just the second part of the video I recorded to the previous clip, if that makes sense. Anyways, we'll fucking cut it short. Basically, Manchester United are absolutely poison. Every week it seems to be something different. We're taking one step forward, two steps back every week it seems. Great result against Aston Villa. Mind you, we were 2-0 down the first half. 3-2, great comeback. Second half was completely dominant over Villa. Villa were shit second half, but Villa are a good side as well. Maybe just had a bad day at the office with all their recent good form. Then United go to a tough away game to Forest yesterday, where realistically you should be winning because Forest are down and around the relegation zone. It's just poison, just absolute poison. Chris Wood scored a hat-trick last week against Newcastle. I think he touched the ball 6 times yesterday, and we still somehow got bet 2-1 by Forest. My guess was either 3-2 or 2-1 to United. I think in the previous clip, I actually can't even remember. I'll have to go back and look. Anyways, we lost 2-1. First half was absolutely poison. I didn't even get to watch it because I was out in Blanchardstown trying to step up the video quality. Second half, I got this full second half. We were mediocre at best. I think it was the first 10-15 minutes of second half. Absolutely poison. We couldn't string 3 passes together. Rashford's still a shell of himself. Don't know what's going on with the boy. But the first goal for Forest, Dominguez, great team move. Just United's defensive midfielders were sleeping. McTominay and Eriksen. I love Eriksen to bits. Absolutely think he's class. I think he's just past the Premier League level at this point, to be honest with you. And I don't think McTominay I don't even think McTominay has a position. I think Eric Ten Hag just goes, go out there and run, because that's basically all he's good at. I don't think the fella's looked over his shoulder once in the last 15 years. Maybe if he's in the line in the cafeteria seeing who's behind him, who's that there. But they're just, I don't know, it's just bad. To let an attacking midfielder, well, I don't even think he's an attacking midfielder, Dominguez, Argentinian fella from Forest, to get in between the gap between the CDMs, defensive midfielders. I know some people don't like CDMs because it's a FIFA term, but the defensive midfielder, to get in the gap between this defensive midfielder and the centre half with no one near him, and they were able to walk into the box. Great pass across from Montiel. So random having World Cup winner play for Forest, who's 16th in the Prem, 15th in the Prem, where they are. 2 great wins for them, to be fair. 2 great wins for Nuno in the first 2 games. Can't really fault him for anything, to be honest. And it seems to be, he has kind of a grip on what team he wants to play. With the previous manager there, it seemed like every week there was a different starting 11 with the amount of players. I think I heard someone say, the previous manager said at one point in training there was 35 people training, like in a normal Premier League squad I think it's 24, 26 man squad, something like that. And there was something like 19 different nationalities or something crazy like that. I see Nuno brought in a new rule as well that they can only speak English to each other, which seems good for communication purposes, because if there's 19 different lads, there's probably about 10 different languages. Yeah, so. But yeah, back to United. It's just poison. Just bad. It's just bad. I don't know what. I actually have no words, to be honest. I just don't know what. I just don't understand how a Champions League winning player like Varane also looks like a fraction of himself. Maybe that's just the Man United effect in recent times. It's happened all over the pitch with certain players. We buy them and they just don't perform. But it's like the whole Manchester United thing, isn't it? I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. But yeah, on to other things. Oh yeah, so first goal, Dominguez scored. Great goal. Then we got lucky with our goal because we weren't creating any chances. Matt Turner with a poor back pass out to, I think it could have been Niakate in midfield, or someone dropped into midfield for Forest to pick up the ball. And Matt Turner tried to play it through a gap. Now, to be fair, Matt Turner's not great with his feet, but like that ball, he was treading the needle trying to pass that ball. Garnacho slid in, intercepted it. I thought he was running at Mangal, I think, or I can't remember what centre half he was running at. Anyways, he was running at Mangal, and I was shouting, "Don't shoot!" I thought he was going to try to go by him because Garnacho, he kept trying it on the left hand side, and he just was having Montiel was having none of it. And then second half, Nico Williams came on, and he was very good as well, to be fair, against them. And yeah, so he scooped in, got the ball, ran at the centre half, cut across, passed it towards Rashford. I thought he was going to balloon it, and Rashford with a real composed finish kind of just opened up his right foot, opened up his hip, and just passed in the bottom corner just outside the box. But Matt Turner isn't a great goalkeeper, the Forest goalkeeper. I actually feel bad for him because he kind of just got shunned at Arsenal because he was there, I think he was there before, actually, Ramsdale. He never really got a look in. Or no, Arsenal actually signed Ramsdale and Matt Turner at the same time, I think. And then obviously Ramsdale has gone on to do fairly well with Arsenal. Now who was also shunned for David Raya, who saved the penalty at the weekend. But they also lost to West Ham 2-0, which is a great result for West Ham. They're actually doing very well. They're above us, they're above United in the league. Yeah, so that was United's goal. Rashford scored. Then literally, I think it was 5 minutes later. Same old story. They kind of counter-attacked really sluggishly. It seemed like no United players wanted to track back in the dying embers of the game. I think it was the 84th, if I'm wrong. 83rd, 84th minute. I can't actually remember, to be honest. And down the right-hand side, Alanga, who I think is fucking 5 times better than Anthony, the Brazilian fidget spinner. I don't know what's going on, but I have so many tangents about that fellow. We'll get back to them later on in the video or in a week, because I have about 10 videos I could make about Anthony. Honestly, I don't think he's that bad. He's just not good enough for the Premier League, and he's obviously not worth 90 million. But United fell for the whole trap again, where if United are willing to pay it, other clubs are willing to ask for it. That's just the way United is. Like, we overpay for every single player. Like, I also don't think Amrabat is great. Everybody was expecting the world of him. I just don't think he's that good. I don't know. It's just all the players. There's just some players that just don't seem like they're good enough. There's just a lot of mixed bag. Just a big mixed bag of players. Obviously, Rashford can be world class at some time. Like last season, even though this is a bit of a controversial one, even though he scored whatever 30 goals in all competitions or 35 goals, whatever he scored, he still didn't seem that good. It was almost like he got in good positions. I know that's half the fucking battle, to get in good positions to score the goals. Even games last year when he was on top of it, he just seemed off. I don't know what's going on with the boy. Maybe he's falling out of love with football. Sure, I would as well, with 350 grand a week, wouldn't you? But yeah. So sorry, let's get back to the second Forest goal. I'm jumping all over the place here. I'm trying to get used to the whole video. Hopefully, this is okay. But yeah, so second half, cuts down the line. Alanga, who is better than Anthony without a doubt, and we've decided to let Alanga go for I think 20 million, bargain, and we bought Anthony, the Brazilian Anthony, the fidget spinner, for fucking 100 million or bleeding 96 million or something crazy like that. But yeah, anyways, Alanga cuts down right hand side, cuts in onto his left. I thought he was going to shoot. Morgan Gibbs White literally at the edge of the box, completely unmarked. For some reason, Varane and Johnny Evans get sucked in by Chris Wood. The two boys get sucked in by Chris Wood into the 6-yard box, which is a good play from Chris Wood because he's dragging the two boys out of position. Chris Wood drags the two centre halves in, rolls to Morgan Gibbs White, opens his body up, kind of similar to the Rashford one, but a lot more pace, and he places it a lot better. Onana flat-footed. I don't know. It's a tough one to save. I wouldn't even blame the goalkeeper, to be honest. Opens his foot. Morgan Gibbs White and literally just passes it in, kind of middle to top right. Great finish, to be fair to the boy. He's a great player. He winds me up something terrible, but I've only good things to say. He's a good player. Like, he's the type of player I'd love for United. He just showed the passion, but he's also a player that, like, if we brought him at United, that could be a problem because we'd just give him instantly 200 grand a week. There you go. And there's no, like, what's the word? Play-based incentives. So, like, if a player's playing shit, in my opinion, they should be getting, I don't know, 25% of their wages cut off, given to charity. Now, obviously, some people, but that's his job. If you're not working good in Spar, they don't cut your wages. But that's not the point. You don't get paid 300 grand a week in Spar. I don't know, just some of these boys just don't know how lucky they are. I'm not saying I have a bad life. Obviously, have a good life. I've probably a better life than majority of the world with how much fucking poverty, whatever's going on. But these boys are on. These are the top 0.1%, and they just don't seem like. I went to see the United game against Brighton back in September, I think. Yeah, it was third league game of the season. I don't know. I can't remember which game it was. Anyway, went to see Brighton. Second time I've seen United play Brighton. Second time we've lost to Brighton at home. Anywho, these boys are on big bucks, walking around as if like it's just this is the standard like. But I don't know. Anyways, we lost 2-1. Heartbreaking stuff. Currently, right now it is New Year's Eve. Hope everybody has a good New Year. I'm gonna just check the scores of the Spurs and Arsenal game. Arsenal are losing 2-1. Interesting. Losing 2-1 to Fulham. Hopefully he's be able to see that. I don't know. The camera's a bit dodgy sometimes. 2-1 to Fulham. Currently the 82nd minute. And Spurs are beating Bournemouth 2-0. Ismail Sarr and Heung-min Son. That's a good result for Spurs against a good Bournemouth team who are playing well at the moment. Shout out to Alex Scott, the Bournemouth wonder kid. They signed him last year. I think 25 million off Barnsley, Championship player. Serious baller. He looks like he's going to be good. Big things to come in the next few years. I could see him playing for England and not a short. I don't know. As you can see, this is I'm obviously not great at speaking. I'm going to have to learn how to slow down a bit and enunciate my words. Alex Scott, and I'm not talking about the women's footballer Alex Scott, she was a baller as well, but the young kid at Bournemouth looks very good. Let's go through some wonder kids. There's not wonder kids, but top prospects. I think Joe Bellingham is arguably could be as good as Bellingham. You never know really, because Job is actually taller, he's younger, looks a bit stronger. But Jude is obviously top class world beater. Like I think he's a year younger than me, and I'm in my shed recording a video about him. Flash forward to 5 years time when I get to take a picture of him eventually, hopefully. Shout out Jude. But yeah, Jude and Job looks very good currently at Sunderland, who are doing not too bad in the Championship, I don't think. I'd have to double check that. There's also a Hungarian left back at Bournemouth. I can't think of his name for the life of me. But I remember when United played Bournemouth at home, we lost again. I think we lost 3-0, 4-0. Oh no, it was 3-0 because they had a goal disallowed in like the 94th minute or something. Bournemouth did. But the left back, Hungarian left back, I'm pretty sure he's already capped at international level. I think he's only 21. He also looks very good. Bournemouth. I also like the way Bournemouth play for a small-ish club, obviously at Premier League level now. I think they're 12th in the Prem, but they are playing very, very well. And shout out to Iraola Andoni, the manager. Looks really like a bit of a crossbreed between Arteta, Xabi Alonso type of style. Xabi Alonso is also doing very, very well in the Bundesliga with Bayern Leverkusen, currently unbeaten at the top with Leverkusen. I'd love to see them go on and win it, because obviously I think Bayern have won it fucking 10 years in a row, and obviously heartbreak for Dortmund last year. They were 1 point behind them in the last day of the season and went down to, and they couldn't hold it. But I hope Xabi Alonso in his first full season as a manager. I think he came halfway through last season. First full season as a manager at the top level. I hope he could win the league. That'd be deadly to see, and I'd love to see him in the Premier League soon enough. But it's a line in the stars that in the future he's probably going to get the Liverpool job. Klopp won't be at Liverpool for too much longer. It'll take probably 2 or 3 years max, because obviously he probably wants to go on and do an international job, or I don't know, something different, because he's been at Liverpool fucking has to be 2015, I think it would have been, was it? Has to be like 8-9 years now. Anyways, obviously Klopp has won everything at Liverpool so far. But yeah, that's basically it. I'm just rambling. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. Shout out to the 15 people who watched the video last time, and I really appreciate it if you hit the like button and the subscribe. And if you're coming over from the Instagram, because I'm gonna post on the Instagram, Make sure to follow the Instagram and like and subscribe. Comment who you are, and I might try to do a giveaway if we hit like 50 subscribers in the next month or so. We're currently on 20 or 19, I think. If we hit 50, I'll give away 50 quid or something. So it's a win-win. You can't do wrong. So appreciate everybody for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. We're still here because I have to cut it off. The computer's gone off.